the boys, the guys, the fellas, three of us. I'm Rob, the host today.
Yeah, man, we heard y'all. Yeah, we heard what y'all said, man. Now we here. Y'all know what time it is. It's your boy Tim.
Yes, sir. Somebody must have called our names 3 times because we here and we appeal. Let's go.
Did they call it a clap? They did something, huh?
Man, Wood.
Hey, man. Hey, YouTube. We want to talk about this virtual press conference we seen today, man, with the guy, the big fish, and Bud Crawford, man. We want to give y'all our little take on it. I just want to see what Tim and Ron got to say about it, man. And world, y'all can chime in, man. Leave some comments. Tim, man, we had a guy say something. Did y'all see that in the comment section, man, about the guy? He quoted you, Ron, about Earl don't need to be riding nothing.
Oh yeah,
I forgot
yeah,
his name.
yeah.
My
And I
God.
got back with him, man. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man, hey, man.
I'm just speaking my mind, being honest on it, bro.
My
Like,
God, man, I'm sorry,
uh,
bro. Hey, I'm gonna have your name. And by the end of the video, we're gonna shout you out, man. But hey, Tim, go ahead and get this started, man. Tell us what you thought about the press conference.
Man, I thought the press conference. I thought they did well, man. I thought they did about as good as that is gonna get. Um, of course, me, man. I like I like a grudge match, man. That's just me, bro. I like when it comes to fight, man. I definitely love a grudge match, man. I'm not saying that you got to be disrespectful, but I would like it if it would be more entertaining. Them just showing. I mean, I can't say they're not showing a level of interest in it. It just don't seem like like they said, man. The guys said, they are who they are. They're not gonna do nothing different. Crawford did show up in a big way today to me for the press. He won the press conference today. I feel like it looked like Earl wasn't too much interested in it today. Crawford did answer the questions. He answered a lot of questions that I think that everybody kind of wanted to hear from him. I think, of course, some of the media questions are dumb. Like I think it's over. I think they need to stop asking them guys. What took so long in the fight. To make them, what took so long in the negotiations. I mean, but they never gonna come out and just strictly say what happened. I think we just got to take the hint. I remember Earl said that, he felt like he made the fight happen. It wouldn't have happened without him. So I just want to kind of take the hint and pretty much I think, he probably had to give a little bit more. That's why I'm gonna leave it at, the fight already happening. So I don't really care too much about it. I think the dumbest question today was somebody asking Crawford about Boots Ennis, man, talking about how good he's doing and if they, have a second fight and will he fight Boots after that or, bro, nobody, I'm gonna be honest, man, ain't nobody tuning in for Boots right now, man. We trying to see, what's gonna happen with Spence Crawford. That's all we really worried about. We not worried about Boots Ennis at this time, and he had his time last week. But it's time for the biggest fight in boxing, man. We got to stop asking these dumb questions, man. It's almost time for the fight to happen. Like I said, I don't think we're gonna get much more than we've been getting. I can't complain because Crawford doing way more than what he normally does. The only thing I feel like is I don't know. I feel like he I don't want to say put his foot in his mouth, but it's contradictory when he said that the fight could be it should be bigger than what it is, or not the fight should be bigger, but it should be promoted bigger than what it is because he was saying that he don't believe that his neighbor's grandparents will know about the fight, and like I've been saying, bro, these fighters want to get paid and they want people to support the fight, but they, you got to do your part in this fight too. People want to see stars fighting. Why people paid a whole bunch of money to see Muhammad Ali fighting? Well, it was on TV then, but why people gathered around because Muhammad Ali did a lot of talking and he made it not only talking, he made himself known. You got to make yourself known, and you got to be a star like Floyd, man. Floyd did a lot of talking, but we all know when Floyd was in the club, he'd go running. A lot of that stuff, Floyd made himself a star, bro. I'm not saying he was faking for the camera, but he knew how to work the camera. And you guys want to make money, you guys want to get supported. Well, that's how you do it. How you think Jake Paul making more money than you guys, and that's your sport. They're making more money because they're more famous. bro, you can't just say I'm gonna pull up and fight and then want to be paid like you're a superstar when you're a star boxer. You're not a superstar.
Right.
Man, but that's all I got right now. I'm gonna turn it over to Ron, and we gonna kick it going with a few questions and a few things that I got that I want to ask the fellas. But go ahead, Ron, do your thing.
Yeah, man, I'm with you on it. I agree with much of what you said. I honestly feel like, man, they shouldn't have no more press conferences, bro. Like, I understand they need to promote the fight, but I don't know if these press conferences necessarily helping promote the fight. I think a lot of that has to do with the questions, like you said, that's being asked. These dudes are like already too, like, kind of, monotone, introvert individuals. You know what I'm saying? And y'all asking them about boots, like, goddamn, they trying to figure out how they selling they fight. Y'all trying to get them to promote boots. So I mean, that was weird as hell to me too. Like, I get that Boots is the next big thing, but and I understand that. But my thing is like, let Boots let Boots hold his own and grow his own legacy. We're talking about a legacy defining fight. People are calling this one of the biggest fights that's happened in the last 30 years, and y'all trying to bring Boots into the equation. You know what I'm saying? The same way we asking, what has Shakur done to be, what I'm saying, mentioned with Devin Haney and blah blah and Tank or whatever. Come on now, let Boots bide his time. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't, like, these dudes are doing what we've been asking of them, and they fighting each other. They putting their careers on the line. They're putting their undefeated records on the line. They're putting all their titles on the line. All of that for this mega fight, bro. That's what make this a mega fight. So enjoy the mega fight, man. Like that's it. And bruh, if we support this fight, like they're asking, we can get more of these. But as far as the press conference goes, Earl, man, he just so monotone, man. It just seemed like he didn't want to be there. Like, he was just like waiting on the nap. You know what I'm saying? But I did listen to a podcast he did with PBC right after that, and he was like way more energized. So I don't know, man. But I love the way that Bud came off in the interview. He was articulate. He broke a lot of things down, man, to me that I get a better understanding of his mindset now, as far as when he breaks down, as far as people saying that he hadn't fought anybody. He broke down saying, like, I understand that Era may have fought them when they had, belts and titles, this and that. But I've also fought people that, were undefeated. They had titles. I've done all of that. They may not have been, the people that Earl had fought, you know what I'm saying? Or they may not have necessarily been Earl or on their level or the level of some of the guys that Earl fought. But when I did fight some of the guys that Earl fought, I got rid of them. Regardless of how y'all feel about me, I'm getting rid of these guys. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing left is for me and him to fight. That's the only thing that's gonna make sense. It's gonna settle the score. So I love the way Bud broke it down to lead us right back to where we are right now. The fight is happening. You know what I'm saying? So I was honestly impressed with him. I don't know if he got a PR dude or what. And I was glad that somebody in this goddamn team told him, they must have listened to our video, told him that his ass said that he don't eat hot sauce on his going away his going away block party or whatever. So he also mentioned that too. I thought that shit was funny or whatever. But that's all I got, man. What you got, Rob?
Hey, hold on. I had one question for you before you spin, Rob. Before you spit your thing, Ron. When you was asking, when you had just said you just said how Bud broke down, why he think that, him and Earl pretty much on the same playing field, and how he, beat the people that he beat. Do you and he was talking about his accomplishment. Bud always talk about his accomplishments a
Right,
lot.
right.
Do you think that he's taking this? Do you think he sees this fight as big as it is, or he's kind of underplaying it because he feels like he accomplished
So
enough? Like, do you think?
I think it's bittersweet for him. I think he kind of has resentments for the PBC. You know what I'm saying? As how he felt like they've treated him throughout these negotiations in the past. But in the business world, you got to look at it from that standpoint too. We tried to do business with you by signing you, and you didn't sign with us. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, the only reason we're associating with you now is because one of our biggest fighters or stars in the boxing has vouched for you for us to do business with you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the respect isn't for Earl, it's for the PBC business. You know what I'm saying? The suits. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
so I feel like that's what it is. It's like he wants to give props to him and Earl being the two, as far as we deserve a lot of the credit, but he don't want to give the PBC credit, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. Go ahead, do your thing, right?
Man, I like I said, bro. I always liked everything them dudes put out, man. Them dudes, I like how humble they are, but they got that I don't play that shit type of attitude, man. I like that about both of them guys, man. And they, to say it was, I think if it was in person, you'd have got a little better performance because they number entertainment at the end of the day. But I think, man, Bud opened up, and that's why when we was rating the what was it, the resume on a couple of few videos back, I said accomplishments got to be included because when you make it to the Hall of Fame, accomplishments is a big part that make you to the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Bud said that. Bud said his accolades that he and the accomplishments that he already accomplished is what put him in the Hall of Fame right now today if he didn't fight Earl Spence. So I like how, like Tyrone said, I like how he broke that down. And I think, off of what you and Tim were saying, I think, man, he feel more disrespected, that people don't give him the credit. Like I said, he can't choose who is the champion, and him fighting Ndongo, that don't have nothing to do with him. That man had the belt. I got to beat the man who got the belt. So I
That's
think that's
fact.
what his attitude is. That's why I think he feel different. Like people don't give him the credit because it wasn't Danny Garcia with that belt, or it wasn't Sean Porter with that belt, or Kell Brook had that belt at that time. But that's why I was saying in that last video when they was rating. I say this resume is good, man. I like his resume because he can't pick and choose who the champion.
Fact,
And
bro.
so he beat the
Hey,
champion.
that's accurate, Rob. That's accurate. I got interject. It's not really like I disagree with you, but I just
No, go
I
ahead,
want
bro.
to bring up a point. Of course, you got to beat whoever in front of you. I definitely agree with that. But man, Bud Crawford get more. Bud Crawford get more love for beating those fighters than Jamel Charlo gets for beating the people that he beat to become undisputed. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of, I don't know, man. I
It is
feel like
taboo. It's taboo.
See, the thing
yeah.
with that for me is always the same thing with Earl. They've been fighting fighting in the same weight class. So I think that's why the part of him being over. I don't know how Jamel get disrespected so much. I can't understand it.
And
But that's the thing I think comes with the overlooking these certain guys, because the man, this is third weight class. He got a belt in every weight class he fought in. You know, the names wasn't as big because he was going to different weight classes too. If he
right,
fought in 135 his whole career, man, he would. I'm pretty sure he would be in Fort Tank Davis right now. He would at least calling them out. He would have called Haney and Shakur out. He would have called all these guys out if he was at that weight. He moved up. He fought what I'm assuming the champions at 40. Then he fought the champions at 40. He fighting all the champions at 40. Well, Earl got the belt, so he fighting the champion at 47. So, he fought all the champions at these divisions too. He didn't fought. He took the belts at 35, took the belts at 40. Now he tried to fight for the belts at 47. So he have fought the champions at the division. So it ain't like he been ducking. He haven't been ducking nobody as far as at the weights, because he didn't beat all the champions at these divisions. So I don't know, man. I mean, but back to it, man. Earl did what I expected Earl to do, and Bud gave a little more than he usually do. So I mean, I think it was a plus regardless, just to see them dudes actually just talking, man, trying to promote the fight a little more. So that's my take on that part.
I had a question. I had a question for both of y'all, man. They brought up the belts again today. They brought up the belts to Earl again today. I think they brought them up to Crawford too. And both those guys made good points about, if I'm not mistaken, I know Earl did for sure. But Earl didn't really answer the questions like that. He was saying he would answer them a little bit more once the fight is over. About some of the things that they need to do with these belts, man. And my question to y'all is that Crawford said the promoters need to do a little bit more. Earl said it's up to the fighters to do more to get rid of those belts. Which guys which guy do y'all think is a little bit more on the money with what needs to happen, or
I
who
think
needs to take control of it?
fighters rule. I think and not to jump ahead of you, Rob. I don't know if you want to get in there, but I
Nah,
think
I was gonna say the same thing.
the fighters rule, because the thing is that if I don't get into your if I don't get into your ranking system, then your ranking system don't mean shit. You got to think about it. Like when Canelo Alvarez dropped the WBC, you know what I'm saying? Because they were trying to who I forget what it was, but they were trying to like leverage him into fighting somebody he didn't want to fight at the time. He said he would never fight for the WBC again. What did they do? They apologized to him, wrote him an open letter to the public, and then created the franchise title for his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like he used his leverage. You know what I'm saying? And that's what all these fighters have to get together collectively and do. They need to distinguish which title that they want to make the title, and all of them need to go to that sanctioning body and say, "Look, we all as a committee or as a union almost want to come to this sanctioning body. We're going to choose you to be the prestigious title that we're all going to fight for. We want you to do right by us in X, Y, and Z." They need to lobby and leverage, you know what I'm saying, their power towards that sanctioning body. And they could just diminish the other titles just like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Undisputed can be determined on who holds that particular title if they all, you know what I'm saying, go into that particular ranking system. If you have a Boots Ennis and a Bud and an Earl Spence and a Virgil and a Stanionis all in one ranking division, or all in one division, and all the other divisions got Blair Cobbs and Maurice Hook, and I know knock on those guys, but I'm just saying lower tier fighters, people are going to honestly say like, well, damn, that other ranking system got Bud and all them in it, bro. What's wrong with this other ranking systems? Man, they must not be worth nothing. That ranking system is the one then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna be common sense. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's up to the fighters. The promoters gonna do what promoters do. They're gonna leverage towards sanctioning bodies that are willing to match make with them and do backdoor deals with them in order to get fights done that they shouldn't be getting done. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all that's gonna happen.
Okay. And yeah, somebody was go ahead, Rob. Yeah. I know you said you agree with Ron. Do you have something to add on to it?
No, I agree with Earl, man. The promoters ain't shit without the fighters. The fighters is what make the promoters, man. Bro,
Yeah.
the fighters need to get together. Like I said, Floyd have the power to override anything, bro. Floyd got the power to do it. Floyd need to.
Yeah, he got the influence. Even
He
if he
got the
don't use the money,
influence
he has the influence. That's
over anybody in boxing right now. He still do. So I think Floyd can get in and straighten it out, man. And I think somebody needs to bring it to his attention, and he needs to step up to the plate and straighten boxing out. He the one that can do it. So yeah, that's why I think I'm with Earl, man. The fighters can do that.
Okay. And
Hey,
yeah,
my bad. I'm gonna shout this guy before I forget his name. It's the best. I don't know how you pronounce it, bro. The best 12-700 or the best 1-2-700 or best 1-2-700, bro. That's you. We're gonna shout you out, man, for getting in the comment section, man. Go ahead, Tim.
Yes, sir. We definitely appreciate it. I know we're running a little bit over. Man, I just had one more question about the press conference. I wanted to ask y'all, man. Who do y'all think is if there's a winner, who do y'all think is winning the actual how can I say it, like the PR battle or the how the promotion so far? Who y'all think is winning the promotion side of it so far?
Man,
Man, go ahead,
I
Ron.
had,
Go ahead.
I had my bag. No, you go ahead. I'll go last.
Nah, bro. I think it's even. I think they trying not to overshadow each other. They
Yeah.
doing one take turn. I think I think it's all calculated between them two, man, because they kind of the same mentality type of guys, and I think they damn good friends now. as they just as far as not personally into each other's space, but they didn't spend a lot of time with each other in the last year and a half that we don't know about. Man, these dudes probably they know so much about each other that we don't even know. Them dudes, we don't know how much they talk. We clearly know they talk to each other. They talk. They just said it over and over, man, and they like each other, man. So I think it's gonna be a good friendship they're gonna build after their career's over with and stuff. So I think they just take turns. I think it's a 50-50 thing. To me, I think they take turns, being a leader of the promotion part. That's me. Go ahead, Tyrone.
Yeah, man. I look at it like how could I say it, man? I don't want to be too long winded on it, but basically it's similar to what Rob said. Up until recently, man, I kind of felt like I agree with Tim, but like what Rob said at the same time. Bud was kind of like out of it as far as the promotional side to me. It's like in some of the other interviews I've seen in press conferences, he wasn't really answering the questions. You know what I'm saying? Earl just kind of was winning it by default to me. This was like a flip to me. Earl was just kind of like and Bud actually took command of this one. Like during the live press conference, Earl was more energetic and stuff like that. It's like Bud wasn't comfortable. I think Bud has gotten more comfortable with the platform that he's under. He sees that he's actually going to get more cameras in his face. People are going to actually, you know what I'm saying, make him step out of his comfort zone. But he's looking way more comfortable, man. Look like he's locked in, zoned in, and I think we finna get a hell of a fight, man. But up until this recent one right here, I had Earl doing a better PR job, but
You,
I think this is the best one between the both of them. I think Bud as far as for me, I think Bud carried this one.
you think Bud was more comfortable being on Zoom instead of having all the cameras in front of him?
It may have been that. I honestly just think it's a thing with Brian Custer, man. I mentioned that in
Okay.
one of our old videos. I think Brian Custer asks some of the best questions to these fighters. He can ask that question that's considered messy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's trying to start some shit, but he does it in such a professional way where
Yeah, yeah.
not taken as disrespectful. So
Okay.
he's a real professional when it comes down to that shit. So I feel like he's just the best person to do the shit. So I mean, I feel like he had a lot to do with it and Bud being comfortable with him.
Yeah, but I agree with both of y'all, man. I think, like you were saying, it kind of going back and forth. Man, I'm with you now, Ron. I'm tired of seeing it's just not giving me nothing, man. I don't even really want to see him answering questions no more. Give me the all access and let's go, man. Because I mean, it's not really doing nothing for me, man. But
Right.
Rob, go ahead and take us out, bro.
Hey. The three guys, man. The three fellas, man. We them man, back in the day, I don't know if hey, y'all old enough, man. We that golden gun, man, off of what's that 007? That's us, man. We that
Golden.
golden gun. We that golden gun off 007. But we got three bullets, so hey, no matter which one no matter yeah, three bullets. Whichever one come out the chamber gonna kill you, brother. That's it. We potent like that, man. The three guys, the three
Three
fellas.
number, man.
Hey, you two, y'all. Hey, shout out again, my guy. Damn, the best 12700. Shout out to you, brother, for getting in that
Yes,
comment
sir.
section,
Appreciate
man.
it.
We're
Keep
gonna
coming, man. We're gonna keep coming. We're gonna keep dropping some shit, man. We appreciate y'all.
yeah, we out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this boy.